You can see here I've now surpassed the Snathi in terms of military power. So my military power has been rocketing up recently, and the Snathi have certainly been taking damage. They're going to be taking a heck of a lot more damage this turn as well. Quite a few of my fleets have got into positions where I can attack quite a lot of their ships. So let's kick it off with this Intrepid. Kill this crappy ship here. There's another one over there, that's a miner. So let's move that to there. Kill that over there. There's a bit of combat up here. So this fleet here, which I had over there, and there's an ironclad that came up, and I've grouped those up. Those have remained there for some reason. So let's attack them. There's 2 movements. So let's attack that. It's going to be an easy combat, so I won't show it. Right, so they're wiped out. Okay, and there's 1 movement point left. So I think, yeah, there's quite a few snappy ships up here, which I probably need to deal with, don't I? What else have I got this turn? I've got a freighter coming down somewhere. Right, so I'm going to trade with that world, Pinhal. It's 23 billion. It's quite distant away from Verdutsk and its Iconian, so yeah, I think I'll try trading there. So how much am I getting for that? Trade money. Which one was it? Pinhal, 40. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, route length isn't as good as I thought it might be though. I've also got a freighter which I've made sure came from Verdutsk, and let's bring that down to New Iconia. Sanctuary wormhole, which maybe I should pick up at some point. Do I have enough movement to do that this turn? Yes, I believe I do. So let's actually cancel this one from Ribes, the one I did by accident. Hopefully this doesn't have any negative effect by doing that. And then I'll trade with New Iconia. So if we go back in there, it's 14.6 from Verdutsk, which I think it was 14 before for Ribes, I'm not sure. But how much raw manufacturing does Verdutsk have? That'll be interesting to find out. So that's 22.4. Does Ribes have less? Yeah, it does. Not significantly less, but yeah, I don't know. It could be part of the calculation. Right, so the freighters are done this turn. We are losing 700, still an absolute fortune. Done combat up over there. That's a miner, isn't it? I think that's all the combat in that part of the map. Does this have movement left? No, it doesn't. Right, so sadly I can't attack that big fleet. I would have shown that. I have to wait till next turn. That's a miner. This fleet, if I use all the movement, yes I have. There's a small combat there. Let's attack that. Quick battle. I've got the Reaper to move as well. It's got 35 movement, I believe, so I should be able to get next to something. There's a couple of outlying snappy worlds up here, so I'm going to bring a fleet or 2 over there and then come back into the center, I think. So this has got 7 movement left. Should I wipe that en route? Yeah, I might as well. Right, don't actually have any movement left this turn now. That's... Well, first of all, that's a miner. Let's see a combat, shall we? So let's attack that fleet there. Few battle. I think this is going to last too long. Nope. So how much movement has this fleet got? It has 11, so I should be able to strip the defences off all of these places now. So let's move 1, 2, 3, 4. How much movement? 7. Let's attack there first. Right, I think that's an easy combat, so just a quick. How much left? 6. It's never easy one. I've got a spear ironclad there, which isn't doing anything. Is that out of movement? Yeah, can I? What's? I think I might take. I don't know. I'll probably just fleet that up there, or fleet that up there actually, rather than use that to attack that. I can do it next turn. How fast is it? Ooh, actually, it's really fast. So, having said that, I may want to kill that. 5. Now 3 there. So let's destroy that. Quick battle. Yeah, we haven't really got any opportunities for big combats here, sadly. There's 2 movement. I'll move up there. Might bring the Reaper up there, perhaps. Let's attack that there. You know what? I'll see that battle. I want to see how it does on its own. Ooh, you know what? I forgot it doesn't have very good defense. Could lose this. Right, I won, but not by much. So it probably wasn't a great idea to attack that, but it did have a lot of movement, so it could have caused issues. So 8 movement left. I think I'll group up with that there. Now, do I have any more combat to do? I've got this Reaper here, so I'm gonna bring that up there. We'll definitely see the Reaper if I can get close to something. Not sure I'm gonna be able to though. Oh, you're joking. One freaking movement off. Okay. Right, that sucks. Is there anything else? I think I've done all the combat I can do this, and everything else is out of movement. So, I can actually invade this turn. Now, as long as there isn't any troop transports nearby over here, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna start doing. So, let's bring that one up to there. So this is Rhea 4. It is 13.4 billion, and it's actually a precursor quarantine world. It's a very good world. This is the one I just missed out on colonizing, actually. So I'm going to invade. Okay. Huge graphics for that planet. Can't see all the details of that well, isn't it? So there's 98% of conventional warfare. Should I take a risk? 1 in 50 chance. I really want to use one transport per planet here. I'm gonna do it. Victory. We lost 1 improvement, which sucks. No sectors lost, which is good. Didn't spend any money though, and the population should be pretty half decent here. Now my planets can culture flip, so I actually need to take it more planets here quickly. The Snappy can't culture flip, so sometimes you could just take a planet and then not bother taking another one because you know that you'd get that planet eventually. But in this circumstance, I'm gonna have to take all the Snappy planets because they've got that at some point. So this is 23.5 billion. 77. I'm gonna do biological warfare on this one. Victory 0-0. Next to no population now. So they're both within influence now. What did that world look like? Shitload of science. Let's move this one up here. What does slow down go? 1 turn. It's going to help. Let's take this 30 billion on here. I'll do biological warfare on this one as well. Victory. So it's down to next to nothing. Load of science. Right, I think that's all of the key movement done for the turn now. The Snathi are down to 13 planets. Are they thinking about asking for peace? No, so they're probably not going to be surrendering for a while. Iconians, how many turns have I got before I can ally? I think it's 4 turns. So I don't know if I'm going to win the game in 4 turns, but it's going well so far. I'm going to get more transports over here quickly. This is the precursor quarantine planet that I recently took off the Snathi. Now something strange is going on here. Basically the precursor quarantine planet gives a huge bonus towards gross income, and yet there's not a single wealth building on this planet. In fact, it's all research. So the Snathi AI is really doing something very strange here. There's only one bonus for research on this planet, so yeah, they should not have done research here, the AI definitely. In some circumstances a human player might want to stick research here instead of wealth, because they can basically exploit the AI via the trade bartering system so much that they don't need money, but yeah, the AI definitely should not be building research on a planet like this, in my opinion. The other 2 worlds I've updated this turn as well. That's Wealth Planet. I've actually got a bureau in a bad location there, probably. I mean, they could have a ton of wealth buildings instead there. And that's research, which I'm also getting a terraforming building up there. I've done all of the movement for the turn, all of the remaining movements. So I've got that censorship, which I'm avoiding. The Snathi ships up here. There's a lot of Snathi ships up here, and in fact I've noticed there's a very fast fleet there now. That could cause me a lot of problems with my economic star bases over here and over here, and my resource star bases as well, so I need to do something about that really. The shipyards, I'm building a Reaper again in exactly the same shipyards, and it's mainly transports and couple of constructors, and that's it for the turn. Right, so let's end a turn. I'd be surprised if the Snathi surrender, but it might be becoming impossible at this stage. You never know. Okay, my frame rate dipped for some reason then. Right, so what's going on here? There's a cutter ship that I've been moving back towards Infernum and that they've caught. Not bothered about that whatsoever. Arguably I could have upgraded all of those ships moving back to Infernum to constructors. That might have been a better idea, but yeah. I wanted to have something on the orbiting the capital just in case. Right. So where's that fleet to? Did that attack something that turn? I just didn't realise it. Missed it. That has less ships now all of a sudden. Okay, right, there's a transport done somewhere. In fact, there's 3 transports done this turn. So I'm not sure how many I've got. So I've got, I don't know, about 7, something like that. And yeah, 6, 7. Definitely need more. How many planets they got left? 13 now. Okay, it looks like I've completed the hyperfield projection tech this turn, so I might get some command ships out. To be honest though, I might get some more Reapers out. They're probably more useful actually than increasing my already existing fleets. I've probably got enough ships already. So what the hell tech am I going for next? Right, I'm going to take a minute to figure that out, I think, and I'm also going to do my colonies. and a bit of my movement, and then we'll do combat as usual. The technology I'm going to research this turn is warp field theory, so extra warp drives, and if I want to, those field thrusters for tactical combat. Probably should have picked this up before this one. I'm not really going to be using stellar accelerators too much probably, so I'm trying to conquer the snappy as quickly as possible. And what will help me is that the event for slowdown has actually run out this turn, so it's allowed me to move my ships at a lot faster rate. This fleet, which was down around here, has moved up here to deal with the snappy next turn. I've done all my colonies and most of my movement, but I've got combat to do, so let's actually start with that. So there's a big combat that's going to happen here. It's got 15 moves left, so let's attack that fleet and view the battle. So it shouldn't be a problem at all. This is about the biggest fleet the snappy seem to have, about 7. Didn't check their logistics end to see how much they're under. So this is an old fleet of mine, actually. So I have a rock salt in here rather than a pauldron, but it looks like it was more than up to the task still. Okay, and it's got 14 movement left. I think that's pretty much identical. Let's move up there. That is a censorship, and if I've actually got a movement still left on that. Let's attack that. Guess we'll see that one as well. Have a cinematic, change it up a bit. Well, I could lose that rock salt. It was pretty damage, wasn't it? Last turn. But actually that was an easy combat. Okay. So I've got 9 movement left. What is that? That's actually a precursor anomaly, so let's go and grab that. I'll probably head towards that planet, take off whatever defenders are on that. So there's only one defender actually. That's gonna be easy, so I'll do a quick battle. Okay. And while studying how this precursor artifact has been able to function for thousands of years, we have discovered new techniques that will greatly assist in our ability to maintain large fleets. Extra money and 5 extra logistics. So we should have 66, I was expecting. That's saying 61. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe we get it next turn, or possibly it's just bugged, which is entirely possible. We'll start up. So it's a relatively new-ish expansion, I guess. That's moved this turn. So what fleets I've got over here? I think I had about 4 fleets tonight. So there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. What I want to show this turn though is this new Reaper ship. So I brought this up from the shipyard this turn. Let's take out this Crusher ship and let's actually view it in battle. Okay, so that didn't last too long. Right, how much movement have I got? That's 44 movement now. That's crazy. Imagine I stick warp drives on it in a turn or two as well for the newer ones. Right, so it's got 10 iron drives basically, and bonuses. That's a Reaper as well. You know what, let's see that also. So these zoom in all over the map, taking out loose ships and picking up precursor anomalies is going to be pretty good. I think I might build one up there next turn. I've actually got production left in the shipyard, so I could use that to get one out in a turn, I think. And there are some precursor anomalies over here as well to pick up. So, what else am I doing this turn? Let's take out that starbase. Gonna do a quick battle there. Okay. And we've got how much movement? 16. So that one can go to there, that one can come up here. Don't really have much in the way of transports coming in nearby, I think, though. So where do I have a transport? There's one over there. There's one there. These are crazy fast. They're my newer ones of iron drives. I've got 2 left over there, and I think I've been grabbing population from various places down here and whatnot. Right, so that's got 1 movement left. Probably been that over there. That fleet, 5 movement left. Let's take out. Ooh. Right, that was the lone ironclad that I destroyed a couple of the ships with last turn, so it's going to take a while to repair. Actually, getting into that combat probably meant it repaired a ton, actually. There's a ship graveyard there I could pick up. Or, I think I might head a bit deeper into Snaffy territory up there. That can attack that there with battle. I think, yeah, I just used these Reapers to take out the lone ships in the main. Let's bring that up here. And use the big fleets for taking out, well, their bigger fleets and whatever's on their planet defense. Let's take out the constructor. Might want to pick up the graveyard with this. Right, so Reaper there, that's a minor race. Let's bring it up to there. Where's my censorship? I think the nearest... No, it's Intrepid. It's got a couple of movement left. I think I'll leave it there though. Let's destroy that. Quick battle. Okay, and that one. I could show you up close the battles. I haven't really done this yet, have I? My frame rate tends to dip a bit if I zoom in quickly. Let's come up to there. Battle. Absolutely make mincemeat out of all these ships so quickly now with these. Pretty glad I decided to make that. There's a shipyard there. If the AI is not going to fleet up properly, then I don't need to with these. Right, there's a graveyard. How many? Right, there's actually 6 ships defending that. How much movement has that got? 16? So I think I might need this to take out what's on the planet, just to be safe. 2 movement? Yeah, probably should play it safe. So there's 11 movement. I think I'll take out the shipyard though. Ooh, did not realise that. I could cancel it. 41. Let's see see how good these are, is it? So let's view the battle. Okay. So I think it started with about 96 and about 24 missiles, something like that. It's downed. I don't believe the starbase will be able to shoot until all of these are dead though, so it's a major disadvantage for them. Looks like it's going to be pretty easy actually, this. Okay. So I've lost a bit of my shields, but not much. yeah, dead. Brilliant. So these can really take on a lot. Right. Yeah, I'm still going to play it safe though. I'm not going to take those 6 on. Let's pick up that graveyard. Quick battle that. Okay. Got a free survey ship. I've got an Intrepid and a gunboat, which I might stick on there. Right, I've got an old survey ship up here. Let's pick up that space junk. Somehow managed to get down here and not get killed. Won't be able to pick up that graveyard. So that fleet has moved. I've got an ironclad that's going to move to a fleet down there. That one's moved. What about that? That one has, and then that one has. I've actually got 5 fleets then, have I? 1, 2... Yeah. Let's move that up there. Okay. Come up here. And do I have a Reaper left? Yes I do. It's got 14 movement. So let's go and pick up that graveyard with this one, I think. Quick battle. Okay, it's into free cutter. It's done. There's an Intrepid down here somewhere. So let's go pick up these graveyards. Maybe I should let a Reaper pick these up to get bonuses, because it can get bonuses rather than ships sometimes. Let's pick that one up as well. There's another cutter. This turn I've upgraded my command ship design, so it's now got the Stellar Accelerator on it, and I'm actually making one of those in one of these shipyards over here. I think it's, yeah, this one, Juma. So I've got enough accrued manufacturing, then there's a few planets, put in a bit more production as well. I've also realized this turn that I actually get a bonus from Moglon. You actually get a hit point bonus, so I'm gonna start to take advantage of that, and I've switched all of my specialized planets production over to this shipyard here to get the Reaper out. So yeah, I've got tons of production there. So I've got a speed bonus, I've got a logistics bonus on the mass driver one. The mass driver one gives mass driver bonus, of course. I've got a hit point bonus on Juma for a Hyperion building, and I've got a hit point bonus from Moglon now as well, so I'm getting quite a few bonuses. There is a range Hyperion building as well. Don't believe I have the tech for that yet. It's not very important, the range one, to be honest. I've got plenty of range, and Infernum of course is supplying most of the production for that. So I believe I have completed all of the movement for the turn. There's various transports being made, apart from a couple of combat ships. It's just that sensor ship, and yeah, that's it for the turn. Next turn. So I think, what the hell's that going? I think that's going to grab population off a planet over there. During the last bit of movement this turn, I moved a lot of my transports up nearer to snappy planets. I believe I've actually got about 4 within range of planets that I might be able to take next turn. So it looks like they caught that defender ship. Should lose that, they got a hit point advantage. Yeah, is this Reaper being built over here? Should be able to deal with all of that, because they're not fleeted up at all. I can pick up a couple of anomalies, at least precursor anomalies. So there's, I think this turn I can take 4 planets, as long as I do things correctly. It looks as if I'm probably going to have a transport shortage as well, which probably means I haven't planned things out as well as I possibly could have, but yeah, we'll see. So there's a big block of 4 which I've got to take all together, probably in case it's possible I might get culture flips, but everything else shouldn't be a problem. Right, so what have I got to move this in? Loads of stuff basically. So I'm going to do my colonies, and then we'll get to the rest of the movement and combat.